Hello guys, welcome back to the video. Today we are reacting to why winning the lottery is the worst thing that can happen to you by the infographic show. So I really don't know what to react to right now. I don't know what videos I should react to. So I thought, let's react to the infographic show. So yeah, and I'm gonna tell you. Subscribe, hit that bell, like the video. Link down in the description is also my second channel. Subscribe to my second channel. Hit that bell on to my second channel. Like the videos on my second channel, and also link down in the description below is my Twitch. Follow my Twitch, and also link down in the description below is my Reddit. Follow my Reddit. Post on my Reddit if you want to. Alright, so yeah, I really don't know what to expect. So 3, 2, 1. Let's react. Why winning the lottery is the worst thing that could happen to you? I don't know. I mean, winning the lottery seems like the best thing that can actually happen to you, but worst thing that can happen to you? I don't know.
No doubt you've all had the conversation with your friends about what you'd do if you won the lottery, or how much you'd give away to family and friends.
Yeah.
How many problems might that cause? Or would you just spend and live a life of selfish luxury? According to CNN Money, the biggest lottery win ever was
$1.586 billion. What did he do with 1.5, almost $1.6 billion? What do you do with that kind of money? I mean, let's talk about Jeff Bezos. He has like $120 billion now. So what are you gonna do with $120 billion? But biggest one, 1.586 billion. I can't imagine what you would do with a 1.586 billion dollars. That's gonna be a lot. I mean, a lot of money. A lot of money right there.
$1.586 billion, but it was divided between 3 people. A year later,
Oh, 3 people. Still, you get like $500 million a person. You're still pretty happy when you have $500 million, alright?
in 2017, one woman scooped $758.7 million, and she decided to
$758.7 million to scoop that off? How?
take the lump sum of
How to get so lucky?
$480.5 million. If you don't know, you can take your win divided over a number of years or all at once. Sounds great, but tell us what you think about that after this episode of the Infographic Show. When winning the lottery was a horrible curse. You may have already seen the documentaries in which lottery winners find themselves surrounded by cunning relatives and friends suddenly emerging from the past, all wanting a piece of the pie. You'll know how it can tear families apart, which
It can definitely do, because people are gonna ask you for a lot of money if you win the lottery. That's expected. That's already expected. Yeah, but don't take like, may I ask for $1 million? Like, you give money, but don't give that much money. If you give all of your money out, it's gonna be a bad time for you.
often sounds like a tale of biblical greed. These are sad stories for sure. The last one might even bring a tear to your eye. 10. Return of the Killer Lover. Aged 42, Doris Murray might have thought she was the luckiest woman alive when she picked up $5 million after winning the Georgia lottery in 2007. It said her plan was to start a trust fund for her grandchildren. But Murray only got to live with her winnings 1 year as her ex-boyfriend came back on the scene begging. She wasn't interested in getting back with him or sharing cash with him, and so he stabbed her to death. He was arrested soon after, a lose-lose situation.
Wow. Yeah, people are gonna ask you for a lot of money. If they emerge out of the dirt, they emerge out of nowhere and say, "Can I get your money? I just saw you win $5 million, alright? Can I get your money?" Would probably be better to win an object, because if it's an object, they can't really give away your object because it's yours, not cash. Yeah. Probably better to get an object than cash, because if you just won something like a laptop, which yes I have, and if you won like a laptop, people can't ask you for can I get your laptop because it's yours. Or if you already have a laptop, you can probably do that. But probably better to get a dog check thing. You know, maybe if they just want to use it for like 2 hours, maybe. I don't know.
Situation which we see is often the case with lottery greed. 9. A murderer in the family. A guy called Jeffrey Dampier had a similar fate, except this time it was family with blood on their hands. 39-year-old Dampier was over the moon when he won $20 million in 1996, and it's reported that he wasn't stingy either, treating family and friends with his cash. His
Alright, yeah. Giving family and friends some money, alright.
sister-in-law and her boyfriend got the idea to take Dampier's winnings, and together they kidnapped him and then shot him in the head. The pair were soon arrested. Dampier's widow was later asked what winning the lottery had done for her husband. "I think it's a curse," she replied. 8. Don't trust anyone. In 2009, a man with a great name, Abraham Shakespeare,
Abraham Shakespeare. That's the best name I've ever heard. Abraham Shakespeare. I mean, it looks like he has $30 million, you know. If he was born Abraham Shakespeare, I would think he has $30 million in his pocket right when he got born. Because if you have a name like Abraham Shakespeare, I would think so. I would definitely think so.
won $30 million in the Florida lottery when he was 42 years old. The former laborer didn't spend big at first, buying just a Nissan Altima and a Rolex watch. According to reports, he was constantly harassed by people who wanted some of his cash. He once told his brother, "I'd have been better off. All they want is just money." And it got worse. He went missing and was later found buried under someone's backyard. The killer was a
Buried under someone's backyard? Oh, was he buried alive? Because if he's buried alive, that would be way worse than buried dead.
woman he'd befriended who had told him she'd help him with his too much money problems. Her name was Dorsey D.D. Moore, and she's currently serving a long prison sentence for first-degree murder.
Long, because 1996, now it's 2020, so she spent like 25 years in prison? Wow. Alright.
7. Drinking to the grave. It's happened numerous times when winners have been murdered for their money. All the reports of this happening were in the USA.
Oh, it said 2009. It said 2009, I forgot. It's 2009.
That's universal. Take the case of Brit Keith Gow, who won £9 million, about $12 million at today's rates, in
Alright.
2005. Gow got straight down to the business of spending, betting big on soccer, horse racing, and apparently drinking himself to oblivion. He wasn't the brightest of lucky people and got scammed out close to $1 million after giving it to some shady guy to invest. He not only ended up selling everything he'd bought, including racehorses, a top-of-the-line BMW, his executive box at Aston Villa Football Club, and a large country villa, but he got into money troubles. He died of a heart attack, and financial problems and booze were to blame. His friends said the lottery virtually killed him. Winning the money was the worst thing that happened to him. "It's very sad," he told one friend. 6. Taking your own life. Then there's the story of Billy Bob
Alright.
Harrell, who won $31 million in the Texan lottery.
Billy Bob Harrell. If you have a name like that, I would think you're a Texan. Just saying. But if you have a name like that, I would think you're a Texan. Alright, if you live in the US, I would think you're a Texan. Just saying. Billy Bob Harrell. I would think you're a Texan.
In 1997. He was followed around like many others by people with their hands out looking for some of his winnings.
He should have like hired security because, yeah, you know that's gonna happen. You know that already is gonna happen. But if people are just doing that, you should have hired like some security because you have $31 million. You could probably do that. So you could probably hire some security to check on you a little bit, get some people out of your way because they wanted just $1 from that $31 million that you have. Definitely.
He didn't hide the fact that he was rich though. It got so much for the poor guy that he moved and changed his phone number. He also made some terrible financial decisions, and things got worse when he got divorced. It seems it all got too much, and 2 years after he won, still with money in the bank, he put a gun to his own head. Prior to taking his own life, he said, "Winning the lottery is the worst thing that ever happened to me." 5. Losing everything you need. Another case was the curse of Jack Whitaker, a West Virginian who won a staggering $315 million in 2002.
Wow, $315 million. I don't even know what to do with the $1 million. Probably buy a house. But $315 million. What are you going to do with $315 million? Should probably move to California and get a house in Beverly Hills. Get a mansion actually in Beverly Hills and just stay there for the rest of your life. Probably the best thing to do.
He wasn't too careful with his cash, having almost $500,000 stolen from his car where he kept a money-loaded suitcase. He later had another $200,000 stolen in a similar way. Then, he was hit by grief after losing his granddaughter to a drug overdose, and then her mother is dead because of the money. She was the shining star of my life, and she was what it was all about for me.
They were spending his money on drugs, and they all got drug overdoses. Alright, alright.
He told the press. Incredibly, years later, he said he had nothing left and was a daughter and a granddaughter down. "I wish that we tore the ticket up," he said in an interview. 4. Too much, too young. Over in Scotland, a wee lad of 17 called Stuart Donnelly won the lottery in 1997.
You're allowed to get a lottery ticket at 17? I'm pretty sure not even allowed. Is it 16 or 18? I don't know. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure not allowed to. Am I right? I'm pretty sure not allowed to. I'm pretty sure it's 18, but maybe in Scotland 16. I don't know. But yeah, there are definitely restrictions to lottery tickets. Definitely.
Not a good year for lottery winners, it seems, and talked about the pressure of being rich. He once told the newspaper that he was scared to leave the house. "It was very hard to deal with all the attention I got. I even had people camping outside my house. It put a huge strain on me and my."
That's what I'm saying. Get 2 security guards. Get higher security, so that you're not ever gonna be disturbed. Get armed security, not just security. That's just gonna push everyone off. Yeah. You should probably get security when you have $9 million in your pocket or in the bank. I don't know.
Family. He was found dead in his luxury home when he was 29. It's thought he died of natural causes, but the press speculates the lottery win played a part in his demise. 3. Back to the trailer park. Here's another story of rags to riches and back to rags. Evelyn Basehor won $3.9 million back in 1985, but she had a taste for gambling. In 2000, she was back in the trailer park, saying she'd gambled all her money away. "I won the American dream, but I lost gambling." In 2000, she was back.
Alright, so after 15 years, she was back in the trailer park. 15 years before she is in the trailer park, she won the lottery for $3.9 million.
She'd gambled all her money away. "I won the American dream, but I lost it too. It was a very hard fall. It's called rock bottom," she said. 2. Thug life.
Yeah.
Back in the UK, there's a man by the name Michael Carroll, called a lottery lout by the press, which kinda means lottery thug. He even called himself King of Chavs. What is a chav? That's a long story, but we guess you could say a chav is a young hoodlum, but more of a white trash type of hoodlum. Anyway, this young delinquent won a massive £9.7 million in the UK lottery in 2002. At the time of his win, when he was just 19, he was working as a binman or trash collector and was still wearing an electronic tag so the cops could keep an eye on him. Winning.
Whoa. he got arrested.
Didn't stop him from getting in trouble with the police. 10 years later, and all the money was gone on what he said was tons of drugs, lots of gambling, and thousands of prostitutes. We're not sure how he or his poor lungs and brain managed it, but he said he had a $2,300 a day crack cocaine habit.
Daily cost of crack cocaine was $2,300 of crack cocaine every single day. That's bad. That's very, very, very bad. How do you even spend this much money on crack cocaine? I don't know. I really don't know. Gonna have 2 iPhones for those guys. For crack cocaine and stuff.
What did he have to say about his rise and fall? The party has ended, and it's back to reality. I haven't got 2 pennies to rub together, and that's the way I like it. I find it easier to live off 42 pounds dole than $1 million. Dole means unemployment benefits. He couldn't get away from crime or criminals either. As his money was running out, some blackmailers slit the throats of 5 of his dogs and basically ran him out of town. But not before he paid them over.
Slit the throats of 5 of his 5 dogs? That man doesn't like dogs at all.
For $150,000. One, a mortal
$150,000 for killing 5 dogs. Wow.
loss. But
This is what he said that's gonna give me some tears. A mortal loss. Let's see if this try not to cry challenge, alright? Try not to cry.
we'll leave you with the story of all stories, even though we're not sure you can call it a curse. In Thailand, the lottery is serious business for many. It's a way out of poverty for some who don't have many options in life. People make merit at temples and pray for the winning numbers. Superstitious folks get exploited by
Yeah, alright. My grandfather has, like, is continuously, getting the lottery, trying to win the lottery continuously for over, like, 25 years now. Since he's retired, that's everything he's done. And look at this now. Has he won the lottery? No. We're still praying for it. We're definitely still praying for it.
seers who sell the right numbers. People see winning numbers in dreams, or if someone has, say, a strange looking fruit growing in their garden, people will queue to pray to it and hope it gives them lottery luck. The numbers might even appear on the license plates of crashed vehicles. A ghost may even whisper the winning numbers in someone's ear. So yeah, it's serious alright.
It's
So
very
serious that in 2018, a man called Jirawat Pongfan was absolutely delighted when he found out he had the winning numbers for the lottery and was about to collect $1.8 million. The 40
That was 2018. That was very recent. When this video came out, I was like, this video was like 2019, 2018. So that's very recent.
2-year-old threw a party and got really drunk, only to wake up and not be able to find his winning tickets. It's said he became very depressed after that and wasn't even able to work. He then shot himself in the head. His suicide note read, "I'm really sorry. Please don't bully my family. I did win the lottery prize." Apparently
He won it and he didn't know where the winning ticket was. Oh no.
tickets were never found and no one claimed the prize. After hearing all this,
After hearing all this, we guess you'd be totally different. Maybe. How many? Or is there a percentage of like lottery tickets? Are you right? Are we right? How would you deal with a cash explosion to ensure you didn't become yet another person cursed by a lottery win? Alright. I need to see like the percentage of lottery wins to lottery losses from lottery wins to rock bottom. I need to see that percentage. If it's over 10%, maybe I'll definitely think about it, but if it's less than like 10%, maybe. And it's probably not common enough to actually.
you'd be totally different. Are we right? How would you deal with the cash explosion to ensure you didn't become yet another person cursed by a lottery win?
Hire a security guard. Hire a security. If I ever win the prize, the cash prize of the lottery, and they're like people that they're like stalking me, to get my money, I'm gonna hire some security, alright? So that, yeah, I'm actually safe.
Let us know in the comments. Also, be sure to check out our other video, Worst Day.
Right. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and of course, peace out there. Peace. I don't know why the infographic show doesn't have a lot of reactions. It looks like a channel that would have a lot of reactions, but I've seen like only like 20 videos of people actually reacting to the infographics show. So I don't know why people aren't reacting to this channel, but I'm doing it right now. Maybe because they're copyright the videos. Hopefully not. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Subscribe. Just do all of those stuff, alright? You know what I'm gonna say. Do it all. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. And of course, peace on you. Peace.